Has got a spring in her step with the frost. Welcome to the first vlog of 2025. Wow, it's amazing to say that. I'm still full of a cold, but we are preparing for our New Year's Eve party, so I thought we would step back in time and I would share the preparations with you. We have got Coco up there with a little bit of DIY. She's learnt from me. She's got a hammer and some tacks, and we are putting fairy lights up, trying to transform this into slightly cold, slightly damp party barn for our party. The weather forecast is hideous. I think it's going to be blowing a hoolie, but we're going to have fun. I am hoping that we're going to put a wire up across here, and I'm going to have made a curtain. Not quite sure when I'm going to do this. Maybe tomorrow. I just need the wire. If not, I'm going to have to come up with plan B. But Nigel was here yesterday putting up. Let me show you. It's so exciting. And I'm sorry, I'm back on my phone camera because I actually hadn't even started to plan to film this vlog. But Nigel's here and he has put up the Sheila's made in the utility room. So I've been washing horse rugs, cleaning tack and doing all sorts. And Nigel said it would be great if you got a wire across, and then it doesn't matter about the weight. And then I'm planning on not even making a curtain. I'm planning on stapling a curtain up there. Could be slightly precarious, I know. Actually, it could be slightly precarious. Haven't really thought that through. Stapling into the sort of abyss. Anyway, we'll see. But put a wire up, then get a nice safe ladder and just staple the fabric across and create a divide so nobody can see that side of things. And then we just make this side of things look pretty. I tell you what, it is pretty cold, it's pretty damp and it's pretty miserable, but Coco and I have got our best efforts, best, enthusiasm on to make this a brilliant, brilliant party to be remembered. I'm about to turn you off, put on some tunes and get transforming. So Coco and I have given up on barn clearing and organising. We've done, I don't know, we've made a start for today and we've gone for a ride instead. There they are. Colin is, going to be slightly more filthy. Imagine the ride in front of him. It's nice and clean here where his rug goes, but his ears, top bit, are a little orange. Bless him. It's lovely to be out on him. I haven't ridden very much actually. Coco's friends have ridden him. But I literally ached from head to toe. Oh, my hat is filthy, isn't it? Ached from head to toe, and today was the first day. I was like, yep, I'm going to take Colin for a hat. Bless him, such a dear chap. I'm just going for a little gentle poodle around for mummy. And gonna have, I think I might do a little bit of baking ahead of the party tonight, but actually just have a really early chill tonight. We went to ABBA last night in London. ABBA Voyage. Wow, it's amazing. So amazing. We drove. I think we got home at about midnight, so not a crazy late night. I slept the whole way up there, the whole way back down. But it was really fun and lovely to do it. I didn't really feel like getting dolled up and going. In fact, I actually did my makeup in the car in the dark. But it was worth it when we were there, and so I booked it months ago as our Christmas treat. So I didn't want to pull out, but it was fun. It was really fun. I'm going to enjoy riding with my girlie. I am up early, cooking in my PJs. The kitchen is currently chaos. We have got our New Year's Eve party tonight, and we went to a really dear friend's last night for supper. I had to cancel, me going, the children and Simon went on Christmas Eve to their house, and she was like, darling, I'm desperate to see you. Please, can we do something before the kids go back to school? And last night was the only night, and she sweetly just did kitchen supper. It was really, really lovely. But I've got washing to put away, and I have got my cardo shop that arrived yesterday, and basically there's nowhere to put it. I've just got to prep it all for the party this evening. So I just woke up early and thought, get up, get going, and then I can shower and get ready once everybody else is awake. But I just love this time in the morning when there is nobody around and I can just literally get up and get going. Coco has a riding lesson this morning. The timing is terrible. It wasn't supposed to be this morning. Tintin has been away and his flight was cancelled. So we were supposed to go yesterday and that didn't happen. But actually yesterday I didn't vlog. I don't think I vlogged at all. Basically, our lovely friends, James and Karina, were here quite a lot helping get the barn ready. And we moved loads of stuff. We put up a screen. So James put the wire up, which is brilliant. I think I did share a time lapse of that. James did that. I went to Falcon Fabrics in Chichester to get some fabric, and they're closed between Christmas and New Year, which I did suspect. I did try and look on their website, but I couldn't see it. So I had to then come up with a plan B, PDQ, and that was tablecloths from, paper tablecloths from Booker. And I was going to Booker anyway, so I thought, do you know what, just get them there. And hopefully that will work and do the job. Now I need to concentrate for a moment because I'm putting in peppercorn and mace to my gammon pot. So I got the gammons early yesterday morning and they have been soaking. I'm doing 2 gammons. I've got one there and I'm getting this one on the go now. Last thing, cloves. Actually, am I going to put cloves in? No, I'm going to put cloves in later. Right, I'm going to bring that to the boil. This is my new Arga pan. I got it just before Christmas in the sale at the Arga shop. And I've already got one, but times like this, I'm always like, I wish I had another one. And I've said I wish I had another one for probably 5 plus years was like, do you know what? Just bite the bullet and get another one. So that is what I did, which is terribly handy, which means I can do both the gammons today. So I actually haven't worked out the cooking time. I need to do that. And I've got chocolate rocky road, which I've made for Pud. I've made mini meringues. I'm going to do a couple of other puddings today, if time allows. I think sort of kind of under control. I think I'm under control because I've been feeling so awful. I've been umming and ahhing. Was I going to cancel? Were we going to go ahead? Was it going to be too much for me? Blah. And then like 3 days ago, I was like, I'm turning the corner. I'm feeling better. We can do this, but everybody's going to need to help. And everybody has helped, which is lovely. So it's very much a team effort. Although I think I'm doing all the cooking, but that's fine because I love cooking. But I need to sort this kitchen out. So I am going to put on some relaxing music and get going. I wish I had that on camera. So Quentin, who has worked for Simon for years, forever. He's just wonderful. He does gardening, odd jobs, all sorts of things for us. And Simon booked him in to come today. Simon said to me a couple of days ago, would it be useful to have Quentin? And I said, yes, it would absolutely be useful to have Quentin. Basically that means, and Simon admitted last night, he was like, if I have Quentin, means I'm off the hook. Which, Simon will still help, but he won't have to run around and do quite so much. Anyway, Quentin just came in and he said, morning, madam. What's on the agenda today? And I said, and he looked at me with my apron and my pyjamas and he said, what are you doing? I said, well, cooking for 40. He said, I won't use the words. So funny. He said, you are absolutely mad. And I said, yes, and that's where you come in. I need your help in the barn. So Queena and James was seriously helpful yesterday. Quentin is now on getting the barn looking a little less agricultural. So sweeping the floor, that sort of thing. There's a whole load of bags of cement and sand and things like that left over from when we have done bits and pieces outside in the garden. We put some new steps in because they were dangerous, and bits and pieces like that. So Quentin is lugging bags of sand and sorting that out this morning, but it's just his reaction. He was like, what are you doing? Cooking for 40. I mean, I'm doing red cabbage, gammon, jacket potatoes, canapes to start, but I'm keeping it really simple. Let's make salmon bellinis. I might do mini Yorkshire puddings, but if I don't have time, I don't have time, and I will just do some other bits and pieces. And actually, because the boys helped me on my catering job, they're on the canapes. And Archie's got a friend coming down to stay. He's going to help. So it's it's all hands on deck. And red cabbage and jacket potatoes and a couple of gammons actually isn't too stressful. I don't find it too stressful. Throwing a riding lesson in there, slightly stressful, but hey ho, it's fine. We can get it done. And Coco hasn't had a lesson since before Christmas with Tintin, and because of school holidays and stuff, it's best. It's much easier to get the riding in during the holidays when we can, as opposed to, I need a knife, there it is. It's tricky, and she's going to be competing Sia in a few weeks' time, and we want to kind of keep Santana jumping, so it's important to squidge that in. Tomorrow, I don't think any of us, Tintin's coming tonight, I don't think any of us will feel like a riding lesson tomorrow, and the forecast is horrific. And she's back to school quite soon. It's happening, it's going, it's flying past quite quickly. So anyway, I'm going to concentrate, get this all chopped and prepped, red cabbage in there, and and the second gammon is prepped and ready, and I've got time before we go riding to take that one out, get that one going and put that in. So I'm not wasting any time. I'm being efficient and have planned ahead as much as possible. So we've got this. I'm trying to convince myself we've got this, but we have. It was just Quentin's reaction. I really wish I got that on camera. So fun. So here we are at Tintin's, and Coco's just been jumping Santana, just whizzing around. She's had moments of greatness, moments of trying it on, but Coco is succeeding with her, not letting her stop. So it's been a good morning, and we're getting up early and trying to squeeze in riding and New Year's Eve and all of that, but lovely to be back here in Tintin's Arena. It's pretty freezing, my hands are jolly cold, so it's time to cool Santana down and then load her up and head home. I think that's a plan. I'm not sure I can stay here much longer, there is too much to do.
Leg, they're upright, leg, the upright. Good. Well done. Really good. Good, wait. Good, come on.
So we haven't left yet. Santana is in the horse walker here, and Coco's now riding Sia quickly. Sia hasn't been ridden since Coco last rode her because Tintin's been away, and he just said, as we finished with that one, he said, "Oh, do you want to ride Sia?" Coco's like, "Yeah, of course." It's like, drat, I've got a lot to do at home. Anyway, it's fine. We can get it done. And what isn't done, like, they don't know that I was planning on doing it, so it doesn't matter. We can do it. I'm very relaxed. I've learned over the years not to stress because that doesn't achieve anything. Like, I've got till 8 p.m. It's plenty of time. It's only, I don't even know what time it is, midday or something like that. But they're just going to do a little bit of dressage because she hasn't been ridden. She'll be quite fresh, so no jumping, but just a little bit of schooling on her. Coco's actually booked in to compete her in a couple of weeks' time, so that's why it's good to have a practice while we're here.
Confident side. Good. Very good. And trot. Change your rein.
I just love this horse. She's so cool. She hasn't been ridden since Coco rode her last time I was here vlogging with you guys. I can't even remember what day that was. Like the 21st? 20th? I'm not even sure. And she's just been amazing. Really, really, really amazing. Coco's done lots of trot and canter work with her, and she's just been a real puppet. So anyway, that is good. We need to fly. We need to get home. I need to get in the kitchen. So I feel this is the calm before the storm. I'm back from riding. I have parked both of the trailers up in the farmyard to make space for our guests. Sia's out running some errands. I'm not actually sure what errands, but that's fine. He has his agenda. I've still got to deal with all of this. The gammons are done. One batch of red cabbage is in. I need to do the second batch now and then focus on pud and canapes. The children are helpful. Well, actually, Cokes is having a shower and then she says she's cooking with me for the rest of the afternoon. And Gus is down in the barn working out. I ordered on Amazon some projector lights, which my cousin actually recommended to me before Christmas at my uncle's house. They're having a New Year's Eve party and she said that she got these cool lights. It was either her or her husband. I don't think it was her husband. And I literally jumped on Amazon right then and there and ordered them. But the post guy delivered them to just outside the chicken coop. The box was tucked away. And we've just found it. So those are plugged in on charge ready for tonight's preparations. Layla is in the kennel, she's in season, so she's, you may hear her whining, but also I don't want her around with the food because it's fine, you know, the little dogs are a million miles away from the food, but when I'm cooking I keep Lola well away from it. So I need to, what do I need to do? I need to have a drink of water, I need to wash my hands, and I need to get action stations prepping, go, 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 have a good blitz and a good sort. So that's what I'm doing for the next 45 minutes, hour, and then hopefully I'm feeling like this kitchen's a little bit more under control and I'm a little bit further ahead with the preparations. But actually really lovely to get out this morning, blow away all the cobwebs, catch up with Tintin, watch Coco ride, and it was really good. We're not going to feel like riding tomorrow, and then the forecast isn't great for the next few days, so it was sort of now or not. And she goes back to school in less than a week, so time, you know, the days are ticking by quite quickly, so we need to kind of, we needed to go today. It's fine. Right, stop waffling, Charlie. Action stations. Okay, so it's been a full-on couple of hours since I last spoke to you, and to be honest, I could do with a couple of extra hours. And hang on, I've got mustard under my arm. But we're ready. We're not ready. I'm not ready. I haven't even figured out what I'm wearing, but the barn is ready. It's going to be a great night. I think it's all about atmosphere rather than everything being perfect. I have been sent down here to get bin bags, and I need to go and rummage and get red currant jelly from my Ask Charlie supply. So I'm just going to pop the lights on and go and get that.
I want a mink.
Oh my goodness, so they're talking about fox and mink. So our theme tonight is Dr. Zhivago, and I have got Grandma's fur and Simon's mother's fur out of well, actually it's in store at the office. This is my grandmother's. I'm not even sure what it is. I think don't be horrified, guys. This is vintage, literally from the grannies. That's been in store forever. I have never worn this. My grandmother was tiny wee, so I'm actually struggling to do this up. Really struggling to do this up.
Probably made for the last Siberian
Goodness knows
fox that
what
exists.
it's made from. But so we thought, because we're partying in the barn, that our theme would be Dr. Zhivago. Have you got any fur hats, or are they in the attic?
There we go.
They're in the attic. I haven't got those out. But yeah, I don't know whether I'm going to wear this. We'll see how cold it's going to get. At the moment, it's blowing a hoolie out there. I obviously can't cook in this, and I still have a bit of cooking to do, so this might come out later on, but it's a little bit tight. Granny was very slender. Anyway, we are kind of ready. I really could do with an extra hour or two. Going to Tintin's today was a bad idea, but hey ho, it's fine. Like, it's really good friends, and they're not going to be looking like judging. It's fine. Arch and one of his friends have done the canapes. I made mini Yorkshire puddings. So I cooked the beef. Arch has constructed them. Peter, his friend, has done all of the bellinis. And I've got, I don't know, 30 something jacket potatoes Oh, my nail needs filing. 30-something jacket potatoes currently in the Aga. The gammons are ready. They just need to be roasted and browned off. No, hopefully not yet. We've got 10 minutes till kick off. And yes, oh, I've just got to go and whip up the Cumberland sauce. I mean, I should have done this all in advance, but I felt so ghastly over Christmas that I haven't done it. But it's fine. Oh, there's a car coming. I can see one coming down the drive. Anyway, we must fly. We must crack on. I will see if I can share little snippets of our evening with you, but I think it's going to be a fun new year, and it's all about the atmosphere. And somebody said to me earlier, you're super relaxed. Like, yeah, it's better to be relaxed. It's better just to be chilled out than get stressed, because that's not a good party vibe, a stressed hostess. So let's go and party, darling. What are you wearing?
Oh, I don't know. I'm going through my extensive wardrobe.
He's going through his extensive wardrobe. What are you going to put on?
Probably the same as I wore yesterday and the day before.
Probably the same as he wore yesterday and the day before. Bit of fur? Can we wrap you up in something?
A couple of those fur coats strapped around me, maybe.
Awesome. Oh, darling, I love you. Darling, come and say hello to everybody. Come and wish everyone a Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone. Hope you have a great 2025.
Yes. It's okay.
I need a break.
I just dragged him out of the party barn to say, Mark, can I interview you about how you cooked the turkey on Christmas Day? Because this is the barbecue king. Mark and I did my barbecue, Ask Charlie barbecue course, because he's just such an absolute pro.
Hello.
So Mark, how do you do it?
So it's really simple, actually. I think it's even easier than doing it in the oven. So it's all about indirect heat. So have coals on the sides, and I use a kettle barbecue. So make sure it's a barbecue that can be closed. So keep the indirect heat. Salt and pepper the turkey, and then put the bacon lattice over it. And bacon lattice over it. Once that's done,
Yeah, that bacon lattice looked amazing.
yeah, and then once that's done, cover it with foil.
Everyone's arriving.
Everyone's arriving. Cover it with foil. Pop it on top of the barbecue with the indirect heat on either side. Close it, and always keep a thermometer to hand. And I've got a thermometer that you can keep in the meat,
Probe.
and a probe, yeah.
Yeah.
And it just tells you what the temperature is going through, so and I keep that in all the time. And then when it gets to around 60 degrees, then I take all the foil off, and I put it onto a foil tray, but keep it in the center of the barbecue. Pop the lid back on until it gets to about 74 degrees.
Why do you put it on a foil tray?
Because you don't want it to burn directly on the bottom.
So it's cooking, it's keeping the heat in, but not too much.
And it's also retaining the sauces, so that you can add that to the gravy and what have you.
Yeah.
And then it just browns beautifully all over. Oh, take the lattice off. And then it just browns beautifully over that. And when it's about 74 degrees, just take it and pop it. I pop it in a cooler box.
Yeah, so Mark bought it in a
with
cooler box
towels.
wrapped in towels, and that's how you transported it.
Yeah.
And you can keep it like that.
You can keep it like
for
that
quite a
for
few
2-3
hours.
hours. Yeah. So it's just because you never know if the turkey's going to be done at exactly the right time for everyone to sit down.
Yeah.
So it's a great way, and it just keeps
And
really
then we
hot.
just whipped it out of the cool box, and then
And it was still really hot.
it
Yeah.
was still
yeah.
piping hot, and Mark carved it, and voila.
Yeah.
Mark,
That's
thanks.
perfect. Pleasure.
Now Mark is going to carve the gammons. I just need to get them out of the oven. I need to look and see.
Oh, lovely.
Those are good?
That
Or,
looks
or
amazing.
a little longer.
That looks amazing.
Those are the gammons. I
you still
can't
recording?
put them. Yeah.
Yes.
Could you pop that chopping board, Mark, there, and I'll pop
Which chopping board? This
that
one?
one. Yeah,
Over here?
over there. And then here
Oh, wow.
are our two gammons for tonight, and Mark is kindly going to carve them with my husband. Are you going to carve, or are you going to be in the bar?
Yes, of course.
conversation?
I think I'm going to.
There's two there.
Okay. You can do one each. Mark, thank you for
Pleasure.
sharing that with us. My husband is brilliant too, but Mark's great. And they're so funny. They've got an Ask Charlie, they've got an Ask Simon support group. We've got a WhatsApp group, which is just hilarious.
time for me to say a few words. Don't worry, it won't be long. I'll only be here for about half an hour or so. But firstly, a big thank you for everybody coming today. It's lovely to see you all. I know some of you have given up, you know, your week holiday at Sandy Bay Hotel. Others have come back from incredibly expensive ski resorts in wherever, just to be here in sort of wet, windy West Sussex. But I mean, just some thank yous all round. A real thank you to James and Karina, who've been a massive help out, as indeed so have Sarah and Mark. This wouldn't have happened without you. And then an enormous thank you to my amazing wife, Charlie, who's pulled off another one yet again. I would also like to point out that, in fact, you know, our New Year's celebrations, we are ahead of the game here. Because you probably heard that the Hogmanay in the fine city of Edinburgh has been cancelled this evening, but absolutely no, that wasn't going to happen in West Sussex. We ran the risk assessment carefully. We spoke to our health and safety executive. We decided to carry on. So that's what we will do tonight. We will carry on until we all drop. I suspect I'm probably going to drop a little bit earlier than most of you. Have a great evening and thank you for coming. One more thing. I'd like to raise a toast. I haven't got a glass, but I think always at these events, and I will take a glass of something or other, because I think on an event like this, we should always be thinking of, if I can open this up, see, bear with me. I won't be a second. Friends and family. Absent friends. And family. Absent friends and family. As I missed that.
Oh, thank you, Grace.
Well, a quick debrief from last night. Wow, it was so much fun. It was so much fun. This is quiet. I just thought I'd jump on here quickly while it was quiet. So, what's the time? It's 12:30. I think we got to bed 3 a.m, something like that. I thought it was a really good idea. I paced myself. I didn't drink too much because when you're hosting, you'd want to be. And then Karina and I cracked open a bottle of champagne and started washing up, and that's when I tipped over the edge. But we've had so much fun. It was such a kind of lovely team effort. I had Archie and his friend Peter doing all of the canapes. I had Coco on puddings with her friend Ella. I had Gus doing stuff, slicing, dicing, peeling. Oh, hang on, I've got a call. I'll be back in a sec. Girls, be quiet. Sorry, a friend just came to pick up their car that they left here last night. Yes, so it's just so much fun, so much fun. They are all clearing up the barn. I'm clearing up the kitchen. They're bringing washing up in, and we're having a big push, and then we can all flop this afternoon. Light the fire and flop. It is blowing an absolute hoolie. There's a little robin on the table out there. It's blowing an absolute hoolie out there. It's wet, it's wild, it's windy. We were so lucky with the weather last night. And it was just a lot of fun, but I am tired, very tired. Next time I think I might delegate a little bit more. I think I need to say to friends, could you bring a plate of this? Could you bring a plate of that? But I was determined that I wanted to do it all, but I was so lucky with my little helpers here in the kitchen, and it worked really well, and it was good. I have got quite a lot of red cabbage left over, but not much gammon. I think that's about it. So 2 huge gammons. I had one that was 4.5 kilos and one was 5 kilos. So that was really good and, you know, popular and worked well. And it was just, I think you want something hot when it's this time of year. And I think that, you know, that was just an easy thing to do. Anyway, I'm going to put some tunes on and blitz this kitchen. The floor is disgusting. It's
absolutely disgusting. It's filthy. I've got the washing machine going, the dishwasher going, and yeah, big clean-up operation, but totally worth it.
Wow, it has been a long day. I was hoping that the clear up might have been finished a little bit earlier and I could have flopped on the sofa, but we have ploughed on through and basically done everything. There's some things on the table that I needed to put away, but I have vacuumed, I have mopped. I basically spent the day in here in the house, and the boys and Coco and her friend have done all the tidying outside. And then our friend who brought party lights and all sorts of things, wonderful Mark, who was talking to us about how to cook the turkey. Mark and his wife are just awesome when it comes to parties. And they brought lights, they brought lasers, they brought all sorts of amazing things. So that was really, really fun. And they came and cleared up, well, Mark came back this evening and picked everything up. And Simon has lit the fire, he's up having a bath. He has been amazingly helpful today. I mean, absolutely amazing. He gets 10 out of 10 for helpful husband, which I don't always say that, but he's come up absolute trumps. It's been teamwork, which is really fun. And you're currently resting on the air fryer. We're having burger and chips for supper because that's all I'm capable of. I didn't want to. Well, I had a huge lasagna, which I didn't want to pull that out of the freezer because it's just too big, too much. We wouldn't eat it all, so I had burgers in the fridge. And I thought, do you know what, we're just going to keep it simple. So we're having some chips, burgers, and a very, very early night. Flop in front of the fire for a bit, and then I'd like to be in bed by 8:45, 9 o'clock. Sounds beautiful. But I hope that you have had a really, really happy new year, good start to 2025. I am feeling really excited, and it was so lovely to celebrate here with our friends, and I feel like we sort of christened the party barn, and like a little bit of a housewarming too, and just really fun, really fun. I'm feeling very, very happy and tired. But anyway, I'm going to chat to you all tomorrow because I need to get subs and get in front of that fire and flop because it has been a long day, but totally, totally worth it. And yeah, anyway, I'm totally rambling because I'm so tired, but I'll talk to you all tomorrow.
Good morning. I wanted to jump on here and chat to you quickly before putting my makeup on, but there's various comings and goings, so there could be a bit of noise going on. And I've got all of my mum's fur, my grandmother's fur, piled behind me, left over from the party. I want to go through it and sort and look at it properly before putting it back into storage, so it's there for later or even tomorrow. I'm trying to be kind to myself. The children go back to school next week, so I've got that to do, I've got bits of work to do, and I'm just pacing myself. But I wanted to talk to you about this. This is not an ad. I wish I worked with them. This mask is by Dr. Dennis Gross, and I bought it in America when we went in July 2023. And I have been using it pretty much every evening since then. But when I was Christmas shopping with Coco, we went into Space NK and I saw these. She was wandering around, so I just went off and had a look and did my thing. And I've been using these since before Christmas, just once a week. I think you can use them more often. But it's like a 2-minute radiant, smooth skin peel. It does say it's a daily peel, but I don't, because I use a Dermatica and this, if I use this every day it would be way too much. But it's basically like two wipes. One that you use first and you just wipe it all over your face, and then you leave it for a moment, and then you go in with the second wipe. So number one, number two, it's really easy to use. They were £21, so they're quite expensive, But I just thought I would give them a whirl and see, because I am a huge fan of this. And I have to say, these I think are amazing. I've got no makeup on. I've just got my moisturiser. That annoyingly, hopefully will disappear. I had a spot and it's, I don't know, it sort of left a red mark on my forehead, which is rather irritating. Skin pigmentation I don't think is looking too bad. There's a few little signs of it, but I'm really pleased with how my skin is looking. So I just wanted to share that with you before I put my makeup on. I'm going to just put my makeup on because you've seen me do that so many times. Gus has got a friend coming to pick him up. Si and Archie have just left for real tennis. My car has gone into piece service this morning, so Simon actually sweetly took that. Sadly, the Land Rover dealership, which was very close to us, has closed down, so it's a little bit of a trek for him to take it this morning, and he kindly volunteered to do that. So my car is, I love my car so much. I think it's got its oil service or something. I'm kind of hoping they might clean it too, because it's currently revoltingly filthy. But I have got a day here of emails, admin, orders. I've closed my orders over Christmas and New Year, and so I need to catch up with those. Mucking out the horses, which hasn't been done for about 5 days, so that's going to be about 2 hours of shoveling, but it's currently blue sky and really nice. I have got a mountain of laundry to do. I did a deep clean in the shepherd's hut for Archie yesterday. He was so helpful. I love that boy. He's a bit like me, just likes to get a job done and do it. So him and Simon and a few others, but it was mainly Archie and Simon, did all the clearing up. And then he came into the house and he was like, Mum, can I have a hoover and a mop, because my shepherd's hut is disgusting because everybody came in with dirty shoes last night. And I gave him the hoover, and he came back and he said, where's the mop? And I said, have you hoovered properly? Because you want to hoover really properly before you mop. And he was like, I said, shall I come and look? We hadn't hoovered properly. So I hoovered it, gave it a really good vacuum, and then I was like, no, this is a job for hands and knees. I actually like to wash a floor on I squat. I spent quite a lot of time in Kathmandu in Nepal in my early 20s, and I got into squatting, which I met Lavinia. I think I shared Feel Good with Lavinia. I've got her book by my bed. And we were squatting. She was like, you are really good at that. And I was like, that is how I clean the floors. And so I did his floor like that, literally like the Nepalese women taught me to do it. And I'll give you a quick demo. I'll put you down there for a sec. This is how we clean floors, literally like this. And it's really good for you. It's really good for your leg strength. It's really a good position to be in. So, sorry, my pyjamas are hanging there. I cleaned the floor for him, changed his bed, got him all sorted. And he was like, oh, thanks so much. And I think when you're tired and you've cleared up, and it was very much a family party. We had the children's friends and our friends, and I've said this yesterday and I know I'm banging on about it, but it does make such a difference when everybody gets involved and helps, and it makes you want to do it again. We were already planning the next party yesterday, and I knew that moving here was going to be a really good thing for us as a family, and having the barns and the courtyard and the sunken garden with that open barn, all the kids hung out in there. Sarah and Mark put, I think they called them festoon lights. We need to get some. They put the lights across. It just looked absolutely magical. And when everybody helps out, and I said to Simon, it was my idea to do New Year. Sarah and I were talking about it, and she was like, you've got the space. What do you reckon? And I came back and said to Si, can we have a party for New Year? And he was like, no, we can't. And I was like, darling, the children aren't going to want to party with us for very long. We have a small window of opportunity to party with our children, probably for the next 2, 3, I don't know, 4 years, maybe not even that long. We need to embrace this, and we've got the barn, let's do it. And he was like, yeah, good point, let's do it. And so we all just sort of embraced it and helped and did it together. So there is a mountain of washing to do. That is basically what I was telling you about. I've got art dish sheets to do. I need to do Cake and Gus's beds as well. And there's just a lot of laundry. There's a lot of ironing. Piri, my lovely lady who helps me, has had a couple of weeks off, rightly so. But there's a lot to be done today. So it's going to be a busy, productive day. Mucking out, laundry, all of those sorts of things. So I just put comfy clothes on, and now I'm going to get my makeup on, get ready for the day, and get going. Children sorted, dispersed in different directions, quick everyday makeup done. I feel more put together if I just put a little bit of makeup on. I'm just sort of ready for the day and set. But I thought I would take this opportunity while it's quiet for a moment to share with you what I got for Christmas. So this is just simply stunning. This is pre-loved from my friend Juliana's shop, Triangle in Petworth. So she has Circle in Hazelmere and Triangle in Petworth. And Simon and Arch were playing real tennis, and I popped in and saw this, and Simon has kindly given it to me for Christmas. I just think it is absolutely stunning. I would have loved to have worn it for New Year's Eve, but with red cabbage and catering for so many people, it wasn't appropriate. But isn't it just beautiful? We actually, we have a party on Saturday night. I'm not sure those trousers are going to fit me anymore, because I was terribly slim when I wore them, but I will dig them out and see if I can't squeeze into them, because they're long black like silk trousers with this would be simply stunning, but I'm not sure that's going to work. I have to do a little bit of a New Year goodness, which we will be talking about in the coming weeks. So that is just stunning. The other piece I got from Juliana's shop was this. This is from Whistles, and this is actually what enticed me in. It was in the window, and again, I could have worn this on Saturday night, but it was not Saturday night, New Year's Eve. I don't even know what the days are. I just said to Gus's friends, Granny who picked him up, I said, Susan, what day is it? She said, Charlie, I don't even know what time it is. And I just thought that was really, really gorgeous. It's brand new with its labels on, and I got it for an absolute fraction of the price. So thrilled with that. Simon also gave me this book. He gave me a few lovely little bits and pieces, but I will just share these with you. So these came from Little Red in Petworth. These are the Claude Portos soaps. I love a bar of soap, and these are so special. They are so special. So I might put one in the downstairs loo now. Let's do that. No, it's got one. It's got one. And when I need a special soap. So those. Book, did I just share that with you? Marion Keys, love Marion Keys. Then Coco gave me this box of goodies. Really spoiling of her. Very, very sweet. It's from Espa. And hydrating cleansing milk, 24-hour replenishing moisturizer, overnight hydration therapy, a refreshing floral mist, and a cleansing cloth. So that was very sweet of my darling daughter. One of the boys gave me these Liz Earle hand and flower, orange flower hand repair and a hand wash, which is really gorgeous. And those, oh, another one of the boys gave me these because they absolutely love know that I love the hand cream. So really thoughtful presents, and yeah, I just thought I would share those with you. But now I really must get on. First load of washing is in. Oh, our neighbour's just popping the goats out. First load of washing's in. I need to go and hay the horses and muck out and sort out and do all of that jazz. But I just thought before I put them away, I would share those with you. Well, it probably would have been quite funny to have got this on camera, and luckily I don't think I've done too much damage. I cut inside my lip and there, but I was pushing the wheelbarrow up to the gate. I slipped. I went down onto my knees, so I've got quite bloody legs going on. I slipped. I caught here on the wheelbarrow. The wheelbarrow tipped up and covered me in hay. Not ideal. Really not ideal. Anyway, I am giving the horses their hay. Do I get a muck out? It's quite sore. I think I'm going to go and do a little bit of mucking out. Hopefully I don't slip over again. That was just horrid. I hate falling as an adult. Well, falling any time, it's not fun. And luckily I haven't knocked my teeth out. I'm just, yeah, a little bit sore and a little bit muddy. But I think rather than going in, let's just go and do a bit of mucking out. At least the sun is shining. And I'm listening to Table Manners with Lenny and Jessie, which is always good banter. So a little bit sore, not ideal. And we're going to a ball on Saturday night, so hopefully it's healed by then. Hopefully this is working. Are we working? Well, I'm a little bit sore. A couple of people have given me funny looks, like it's not really obvious, but my bottom lip's a bit swollen and I've got a cut on the top lip. I slightly feel like I've been punched in the face. But I did get all of the mucking out done. I have got some bruised knees, slightly sore wrists, slightly sore face. But the sun has shone today. It has been absolutely beautiful and the fields are clean. So that is a really good feeling. And then I have spent the afternoon in here getting everything done for my members club for January. The content was delivered this morning. I don't know, it was delayed. It should have come before Christmas, but I've got that all packaged up and it will be posted first thing tomorrow. I dropped it at our local post office. So I do the post on my laptop and then print the labels, and then I have to take it to be scanned, and I missed the cut-off. So that will go tomorrow. So apologies if it's a little late. And then I need to get orders done and posted for tomorrow from my online shop. But I've just been literally in here with the fire going, working away. Archie cooked lunch, which was just bliss coming from mucking out, and have lunch cooked, although it's a little tricky eating and a bit stingy and a bit sore, but hopefully it will heal quickly. Just such a treat to be cooked for. And the weather today has been perfect. The moon, I should have taken a picture of it. In fact, I should have gone out there and filmed it. Absolutely stunning. Just a slither of the moon and a starry sky. Just perfect. It's very, very cold tonight. So I thought I would light the fire and sit in here and be cosy. I've actually just banished the children into the kitchen because they were in here with me, and I said, well, I was in here by myself. They were in there. Gus has been with a friend today and has just been dropped back. And when I came back in, they were in here. I was like, no, go out. Mummy needs to finish this week's vlog, the first vlog of 2025. I hope that you have enjoyed what we have been up to this week. And I am feeling really excited, really positive. And I can't wait to share this year with you all. And as ever, thank you for tuning in. A very, very happy new year to you all. A happy, healthy, less stressful new year is what I hope for myself and for you all. And I will see you again next week In the meantime, lots of love and have a super weekend.